Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a document from Embassy Bancorp, and trust me, there's a shareholder proposal that's more dramatic than a daytime soap opera. You won't want to miss it. This report is about the yearly meeting of shareholders that happened at Embassy Bancorp. They voted on important things like who gets to be on the board of directors, how much the executives get paid, and even whether or not the company should be sold. Before we start, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below. First up, director elections. Shareholders voted to elect 4 Class 3 directors. These directors will serve for 3 years. The people elected were Bernard Lesavoy, David Loback Jr., John Pittman, and John Yorkonic. Specifically, let's look at how many votes each person got. Bernard Lesavoy received 511,7233 votes for him, but 7233 votes for him, but 73,001 votes were withheld. David Loback Jr. received 554,26665 votes for him and 366,513 votes for T5 were withheld. John Pittman got 580,623 votes were withheld. Keep in mind, these are not votes against, these are votes that people decided not to give to the specific nominee. Moving on, there was a vote on executive compensation. This is where shareholders get to say, in an advisory way, they don't actually have power to determine the compensation, whether they think the executives are being paid fairly. In this case, 49,449 votes were for the compensation package, meaning most people agreed with what the executives were making. However, 7,84735 votes were against the compensation, and 920,140 people abstained, meaning they didn't vote either way. So, while the majority of people abstained, meaning they didn't vote either way. So, while the majority approved, there was a significant amount of disagreement or indifference. Next, the frequency of these votes was discussed. They voted as to how often they should meet to perform this non-binding executive compensation meeting. Most people, 433,696 votes, chose a 3-year frequency. Some people, 1233,696 votes, chose a 3-year frequency. Some people, 1238,029. Let's simplify this. The shareholders decided that every 3 years they will get to cast on an advisory vote regarding the executive compensations of the company. The shareholders also voted to approve who audits the company's books. This is a crucial check to ensure the company's financials are accurate. The shareholders overwhelmingly voted to approve Baker Tilly US LLP as the independent registered public accounting firm. 6,276,305 were in favor, while only 494 votes were against it. Finally, and this is the big one, there was a non-binding shareholder proposal recommending the board explore selling the company. This is often a sign that some shareholders are unhappy with the current direction and want to see a return on their investment, even if it means the end of the company as it exists. Here's the breakdown. 12,48638 votes were for selling, while 45 selling, while 4,576,854 votes were against selling. That means the majority of shareholders do not want to sell the company right now. Let's step back and analyze what this all means for Embassy Bancorp. The overwhelming support for the accounting firm ratification suggests that shareholders feel they have an adequate check on the company. With most voting against the proposal to sell the company, it seems like most shareholders are content with its current trajectory for now. However, the significant vote in favor of exploring a sale could highlight discontent among shareholders. Maybe they are not happy with the rate of growth and the compensation of the executives while the company's performance is not adequate. Looks like a bad deal in their eyes. Embassy is showing signs of internal disagreement. It will be interesting to see how those internal concerns affect the board's decisions. Alright, that's your decoding of Embassy Bancorp's latest shareholder vote. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If getting clear insights from corporate documents is something you enjoy, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives like this. Don't forget to check out the Discord channel linked in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.